these things went a little while. With me not feeling good for the last couple of weeks, sort of let things get away from myself. So we're going to see if we can revive some of the stuff we had in the fridge and in the pantry. I don't know. Maybe we can. We'll have to see. Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. Yeah, you caught me tonight. Sort of got a mad scientist experiment going on. Sort of, kind of, in a way. Some of it I've done before in other ways, and some I have not. And then I get to reading, where some will say, chefs and other people, that you can't do it at all. But maybe back in the day, my family did. And I wanted to show you what I got going on. And then I'll show you the results in the next episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood. So hey, grab a chair, cold drink, and snack. Come on over, let me show you. An experiment, sort of, kind of, that we're doing tonight. And it may take a day or two. Some of it may be finished right now. So sit back, okay? So what I have here is 2 bowls, and they're filled up with water, as you can plainly see. On the left here is a bowl with 2 green bell peppers. Yep, and I bought them back on September the 20th. Yeah, before I became ill with the crud. So they're 23 days old to me. That's important to note. As you know, fresh produce is anywhere, depending on how far it's traveled, a week to 2 weeks or maybe more before it even gets to the store. Let alone we bring it home, and for whatever reason, we don't consume it in a timely fashion. And that doesn't happen often here, but it has at times. In the case of those peppers, they'd started to get those little dimples and wrinkles in them. So, what I did with the peppers, and I'll get one out right here, and these have been in the fridge for 24 hours. You see right there? Yeah, I cut the stem off till I got back to the fresh part. And then, well, of course I washed them, and then I inverted them in this bowl of water, which they've been sitting overnight. And, for the most part, they're looking back mighty fine. On the part that wasn't submerged in the water, which I will say you should submerge them totally, they're still looking. So I turned them around. You see that side right there? Was not in the water. This side over here was submerged. Looking much different. And I've got that glass in there just to wedge them in to keep the stem in submerged. So that's working out. Let me get them back in there. So now that I got the peppers wedged back in there with the glass, they'll go back in the fridge. And I'll let them sit overnight again and see how it all comes out. But here on the right, what we've got is we've got some potatoes. And my family's grown potatoes, oh, all my life, and probably many lives before. And yeah, we'd harvest potatoes up in Pennsylvania and New York State, oh, starting in somewhere around mid-September, late September. In fact, right here in the U.S., main crop, Idaho potatoes, russet potatoes, are in full harvest swing right now. So think about that. We've been eating off the same potatoes, the russets that is, for over a year. So these potatoes, I bought back a bag in July the 27th. Chunked them in the pantry, and over time I get out 1 or 2, just me here, and I'd pick some up. Well, today, when I went ahead and reached into the bag, well, they were looking a little off. And as you can see, right down here in the water, they were starting to get a little bit wrinkled. And, in all truth, a little bit soft. Not mushy, but soft, and that's the key. Yep. If they're mushy, nah, go ahead and toss them. A little bit of softness, trust me, from past experience, this will work out just fine. And it will be even quicker and faster if you peel them, chunk them up, put them in the water, and then put them in the fridge for anywhere, depending on how soft they are, 2 hours to overnight. Or, like I say, it all depends. But you should smell your potatoes. Wash them up, let them dry off, give them a good sniff. They should smell like a potato, to nothing hardly at all. A little bit earthy. But if they're smelling foul, or you can see obvious black spots on them, yeah, need to chunk them too. But yeah, we've been doing this all my life, because when we would harvest our potatoes, and we'd put them up in the loft of the barn when I was growing up, and we'd eat off those potatoes all fall, winter, spring, and summer long. Of course, end of summer, yeah, they were starting to look just like this. But Mother would say, bring them on in. And she was using them right up then. She'd peel them all up, chunk them up, throw them in a bowl of water. And that's what I normally do, but I'm not planning on using these tonight. These are for a stew that we're going to be making up tomorrow in the crock pot. Or I might have to delay it another day, depending on how long it takes these potatoes to get revived back. But with food prices where they are, and yeah, you need to go ahead and use it up. But when you're one person, you're trying to save money, instead of buying 1 or 2 potatoes at a time, you buy a 5 or 10 pound bag. And before you know it, they're starting to go north, as we say in the South. Y'all probably say when things are starting to go bad, they're going north. Yeah, I know. It's that whole where you live kind of thing. But anyway, this is what I'm doing tonight, and I thought I would share it with you. I've had good success with peppers. Oh, celery, you can do the same thing. Cut off the ends, stick it in a glass of water, throw it back in the fridge, you know, when it gets all limpy and that. Yeah, and it'll stiffen right up overnight. Carrots, they'll do the same. Go ahead and peel them, cube them up or chunk them up, throw them in some water, and put them in the fridge overnight. And you won't be able to wave them around anymore. So yeah, that's what we got going on tonight, and I'll get these back in the fridge, and maybe the next day or two I'll show you the results. But let me know, have you ever tried it, and what your thoughts are in the comments below the video. Well, I gotta get these back in the fridge. I'm gonna give them one more night, and then these peppers I'm gonna cut up into strips and dice them up. Then I'm gonna freeze them for a later date. And once my potatoes get back happy, yeah, we'll get them all cut up, chunked up. I think some of them I'll parboil them, and then I'll put them in the freezer, and the others I'm going to throw in a delicious stew, because it's fall time. It's stew time. Oh, well, there you are, friends and family. That's just what the little old man, you know, little old country engineer, is up to tonight. I just thought I'd share it with you and see what your thoughts are. Have you ever done this? And if you have, let me know your result. I already know what some places say on the internet, both to the good and to the bad, and that's okay. This is what my family's done, and at times it's worked out well, and others not so much. It all depends on how far you've let it all go north. So hey, until I, the Kitty Crew, you know them all, Spooky, Cleo, Fluffy, and my little princess of the house, Gracie. See you on that next video, an episode of Mr. Thompson's Neighborhood. Y'all take care, stay safe out there, and well, may God bless y'all. as you bless those in your lives. Goodbye and good night till we see you on that next episode. You know we love you for stopping by.